Aww. Welcome back. Here we are again. Now today is going to be an interesting video, I hope, but we're actually not riding far. There's not going to be a ton of riding today, I'm sorry to say, because I'm exploring something in my own backyard, surprisingly enough. I found out that pretty much in my neighborhood there is an old working farm, and I really wanted to check it out, so I figured I'd do a video on it. So we're just riding quickly over there through the neighborhood. But I will also talk about some of the history of this neighborhood. We are in an area of Northern California right now, just outside of San Francisco, called Tam Valley, Tamalpais Valley. And as you can see, there might not be anything too incredible about it. It's a suburb. Most people think that's the end of it, but obviously it was not always like this. This neighborhood, Tam Valley, just back in the 60s and 70s, used to be much more rural and far less developed. And if you know where to look, you can still see glimpses of what this area used to be like, and we will go track down some of those glimpses today. So the farm we're going to is called Willie Egg Ranch, and I don't really know much about it. I've passed it over the years, and never thought too much about it. Didn't really know it was a historic working farm, but apparently it is. So I'm riding over there, and I believe I'll be meeting someone who's going to talk to us about the history of the ranch and what they do now, the work they do, and the things they grow, the animals they have there. And I always love to see a farm, even if it's a tiny one. A lot of these houses started going up in this area in Tam Valley, I believe in the 50s, but some definitely before that. There are a few still remaining houses. I mean, I only know of a couple that went up in the 30s. So this area was kind of marketed and billed as a place to escape the city, to escape San Francisco, for families that wanted to come out and live in a more rural, quiet setting. Alright, hopefully this is the right spot to go.
We are at the Willie Egg Ranch, a small family working farm in Tam Valley, California. One of the last ones here. We raise chickens and sheep. And yes, we have a variety of roosters. Okay. This piece of property came into our family in 1876. One of the original houses is right behind us. It was originally a bunkhouse for a dairy farm, and I started farming probably in 91, 92. I got her some chickens. I got some sheep to take care of. You'll see a whole bunch of grass in the back. That way we didn't have to pay anybody to mow the lawn. But we've always had a garden here. As a kid growing up, we raised a lot of our own food. And it has just evolved into an actual business. We're going to have to get away from him.
Yeah, we can move.
This is what we call above the fence. This is where all the dirty things happen.
Thank you. You said dairy, right?
Dairy ranch, yeah.
Was it the Portuguese who first started it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, was your family like originally Portuguese?
Still are Portuguese.
Wow. So they came over here from the, how do you pronounce it? The Azores?
Azores.
Amazing, yeah.
Yeah. Grandpa's family is from the Isle of Peak, and Grandma's family was the Isle of St. George. Hello, girls. Good morning. Are you going to say hello? Yes. You're a mess. You're a mess. You've been playing in your food again.
Aww.
We've always kind of had sheep. They're the ultimate in lawn mowing devices. Plus they taste really good and they keep you pretty warm in the wintertime. Hello, Zeta. The one that's staring us down right now, that's Zeta. She's the youngest. She's the least trustworthy. But she has also got the best hearing and the best eyesight. Alpacas are guardians. We got the alpacas because when we started getting above 100 chickens and we had free ranging and stuff, we started collecting a coyote problem. Alpacas do not like dogs or coyotes or anything of that size. And they will protect everything.
Interesting. I had no idea. So they basically guard the rest of the animals?
Uh-huh. Yep. One thing we did do is we've diversified. We found diversity is the key to financial success, as well as not having to buy a whole lot of stuff. We have 6 hive areas. Our business is, you see how many boxes there are? The top 2 boxes are probably, hopefully, full of honey. So we do the extraction on the honey, and we sell the honey here. The lack of rain the last couple of seasons have really caused lack of honey, which jacks the price up crazy. I mean, we're charging like $22 a pound for the stuff. Oh, the wood shop? The wood on the outside, we found in a garage on Lombard Street in San Francisco. And it was a carriage house. We actually found the original milling tag from Mill Valley Lumbers. And it was dated 1912, and the whole project cost $37. The inside is made from wood that came off the first Matrix movie. Yeah, everything's recycled here. Most of this behind you that's somebody's fence. There's somebody's deck. This is somebody's deck. You know, you're like, it's just crap wood, but that whole garden, all those planter boxes, recycled wood. If I can make this useful again for another 15 years, boom, I just saved, you know, a tree's life for 15 years, or somebody else can use that new wood someplace else. If we had more places like this, the cost of food would go up, I'm going to say probably about 15%. It costs more, yes. It's more labor intensive, but in the long run, I will put my eggs up against probably half the ones in the supermarket. Besides chickens laying eggs, they poop. They poop a lot. Our soil is amazing here. If you notice, I've got grass right now. A lot of rest of Marin is starting to turn brown already. The farm is run off of solar. I've had solar panels for over 20 years now. Big soapbox. If the planet's going to survive, you have to do what we did, diversify. You got to get a lot of things going. Some years, some things aren't going to work. Last year, honey was terrible. But fruit was really good. We had huge amounts of fruit because it was dry, hot. You end up, you know, a tree that normally produces 400 pounds of plum produced 700 pounds of plum. What do? You make plum jam. This is the way to go.
Well, that was absolutely fantastic. I am so glad I was able to do that. I don't know, I love farms, and to see such an interesting family-run sustainable farm right in my neighborhood that I had no idea all these years was even really there. I mean, I passed it, I saw the sign, but I just didn't really think much of it. I don't know. Actually being able to go out there past the fence and see everything they're working on is just incredible. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. More to come, longer rides to come. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much.